Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever watching this transmission, 'tis I, Mike Martins, bringing you another 18,000 people getting laid off segment. What am I talking about? Well, what am I talking about? Deutsche Bank's dreams of global dominations are shattered! You should have seen Deutsche Bank a few years ago during their shareholder meetings. They had this beautiful banquet with beautiful glittering chandeliers. You could smell the fresh paint off the walls. And the brass was glistening around the bar. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and the crystal cups they were actually cleaned by hand, and they weren't dishwashed with the spots on them. Beautiful silverware and forks, all for their shareholders in one of the greatest world-dominating banks of the planet. But now today, my friends, I bring you this tragedy that Deutsche Bank will be laying off 18,000 people. Dearly beloved, we are here today to... No, that's a marriage. Hold on. How do you say it? As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. So what's going on, people? Deutsche Bank's dreams of global domination are shattered. Today, Germany. Tomorrow, the world. Let's find out what's happening here. Deutsche Bank gambled to take on big investment banks, pivot from its more conservative corporation banking roots, and lost. On Sunday, it was official announced that 18,000 people will be laid off by the bank. The layoffs will significantly impact employees working in the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and other countries. Deutsche Bank has a sizable presence in America. It has been a fixture in downtown New York City for years, employing thousands of professionals. The bank also built a substantial facility in Jacksonville, Florida, in an effort to save costs with lower salaries, less expensive rent, and lower taxes. These numbers exclude the inevitable attrition of people leaving at their own free will. You guys remember a few years back, all these bankers or high-positioned bankers jumping off roofs? I don't know. That was kind of weird. History shows that once a company engages in such a massive downsizing, the employees who remain become fearful of their future. They will accept recruiters' calls, tap into their network, and actively keep an eye open for new opportunities. Most likely, talented employees who survive the job cuts will be highly sought out and recruited anyway. This will cause further downward pressure on the bank as it loses top players to its competitors. Those who lose their jobs will face serious headwinds. Recent trends on the Wall Street may hurt their chances of quickly procuring a new position. Nearshoring and offshoring jobs and lower cost locations. The rapid implementation of technology to displace workers and an aversion to hiring people of certain age, compensation level could make it harder for laid-off workers to find jobs. Laid-off jobs commensurate with the level of salary they had at Deutsche Bank. Here is what's happening now. So let's find out what's going on right now. Right now, their stock is cheaper than a pack of smokes. So, I mean, I wonder what their dividends is. I remember their dividends were paying out, I think, at one point, like 4.5 or 4%. I can't remember. I haven't checked their portfolio, their stock portfolio in a while. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what acquisitions they've purchased. I don't know what pitfalls they have. All I know is they're screwing up bad. I don't know if it's mortgage-backed securities. I don't know if they're buying back European debt. I don't know what they're doing. So I haven't really looked into these guys, so let's find out. Deutsche Bank announced that it will designate from global equity securities, there you go, sales and trading business. This major retrenchment is part of a wide-ranging restructuring plan to turn around the financial misfortunes of the bank and improve profitability. Deutsche Bank will lay off about 18,000 people, bringing its headcount to around 74,000 employees. The bank's goal is to cut costs by 6 billion euros. The bank anticipated it will cost over 7 billion euros by the end of 2022 to complete the restructure. A massive net loss of 2.8 billion euros in the second quarter of 2019 is expected. Deutsche's shares have fallen 72% over the last 5 years. Several months ago, Deutsche attempted a merger with another. Oh, I remember this large German bank, Commerz. Yeah, I remember this. This was on Bloomberg. I remember hearing about this on the radio. To solidify its balance sheet, merger talks collapsed, and Deutsche Bank was left with little options other than the layoffs and restructuring to remain a viable entity. It kind of reminds me of when Citibank bought out Banamex in Mexico. Still remember that. Kind of that merger that happened. Deutsche Bank has a long history of scandals and regulatory violations. Yeah, there's a lot of crap on their books. If you thought Australia was bad with the Royal Commission going around sniffing at what's going on, you get a good underwriter in there to look at some of them books and go through looking for gaps and stuff. The bank paid $2.5 billion in a fine to the U.S. and UK regulators for allegedly scheming to rig the interest rates. Deutsche Bank collusion. Lots of collusion going on with them. Deutsche Bank reached $7.2 billion settlements with the U.S. Department of Justice for allegedly misleading investors in the sale of mortgage-backed securities. That's what I was talking about, the mortgage-backed securities that they were buying and some of the debt they were buying. Prior to 2008 financial crisis, the bank was slapped with a $630 million fine over allegations of Russian money laundering. Deutsche Bank has also been, well, a lot of American banks were involved with the Mexican, Colombian, and all the different cartels too, laundering money for them too. So Deutsche Bank has also been thrust under the spotlight for its suspicious business relationships with President Donald Trump. Oh, they just had to throw that in there, right? Oh, they just had to flag DT in here. They had to put DT in here so that my damn video gets flagged. Members of the House Intelligence and Financial Services Committees opened Deutsche in April for records to Trump's finances and activities through the bank. Donald Trump's not, if he has anything, he has accounts, offshore accounts there just to fund projects he's working on in Europe. I don't think he really cares about hiding money in Germany. There's a lot of better places to hide your money. You don't need to hide your money in Germany. A lot better places. Anyways, guys, what is happening? Deutsche Bank stock is dwindling. And their shareholder meeting now, this year, let's see if I could find it for you guys. Deutsche Bank shareholder meeting. Let's see if I could find it here for you guys. Give me a sec here. Here we go. Let's see if they have the picture of the hot dogs. So instead of the beautiful lobster and the glimmering lights and the fresh paint, there it is. No, it's not this. Sorry. It's not this. Sorry, guys. Basically, the picture of the let's see if it's on the news real quick. Let me just check if it's on the news. I can't. It's not here. It's a picture of hot dogs. So what happened was, instead of the lobster and the great steak and all that stuff for the shareholders, guess what? Lobster. No, not lobster. Hot dogs. Cheap hot dogs. Wieners. The cheap stuff, and with toast bread. With not even proper hot dog buns. With toast bread, put the hot dog on there, roll it up like you did when you were 4 or 5 years old. That's what they were offering in shareholder meeting hot dogs. Let's see if it comes up with hot dogs. It's not coming up. I really wanted to show that to you guys. I did a video on it, and yeah, it's not here. Anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys think. Deutsche Bank is going to send a ripple effect through other markets, especially ones that have worked with these banks and have huge derivatives out there and IOUs out there. Watch out, baby, because it's going to be, and a lot of people asking for their gold, eh? Let's see if I can find that. Deutsche Bank. People want their gold. Watch this. Let's see if it comes up, if the article wasn't taken down or... Deutsche Bank confiscates 20 tons of Venezuelan gold. Of course they're gonna look at this. This is from a few days ago. Look, Deutsche Bank confiscates 20 tons of Venezuelan gold after default on swap agreement. Of course they're going to take their gold. Because they have to give the people back their gold that actually bought these pieces of phony paper. Deutsche Bank denies clients their gold. Here it is, guys. So, Deutsche Bank denies clients their gold. We learned today that one of the world's... Get lost with this crap. We learned today with the world's largest bank has broken its promise to offer its clients physical gold upon demand. Deutsche Bank is the principal bank on redemption agent behind the outfit called Xterra Gold, and publicly traded exchange-traded commodity. It claims every gram of gold purchased electronically is backed by the same amount of physical gold. Now, does this work? Is this for real, guys? Is it really backed by physical gold in Deutsche Bank? I believe this is how much physical gold we have, and that's how much paper we have. So there's a lot more paper. The paper won't cover the physical gold. The physical gold, paper. We have more paper than gold. So how do we do this? How do they give people their physical gold? Let me know what you guys think. Lots of stuff happening here. Lots of stuff in the mix. Guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to join me here on, if you're still watching this, thank you so much. Don't forget to join me. I'm on Minds.com. You can see my Minds link on top of my channel. Get off of Facebook. Get on Minds. Support me on Patreon if you guys want to buy me a coffee. I got 10 Patreon supporters right now. And if you want to buy me a coffee in the morning, please donate and support this transmission. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to know.